Hey, welcome back everyone. And it's the next day in the card shop. Like I said, I bought a box of the normal and the rare cards to rip into just to get it some more trades. Speaking of those, let's see where we're at. Okay, I've got 3 days left on the grading for the cards that we put in, which were these 4. That being said, today, since it took so long to get any decent cards worth noting in the last video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rip into these and then I will just cut in between the ones that are worth anything. And like if they actually pause the poll, I will bring y'all back for that one. In the meantime, just sit tight with me and we'll get everything sorted out today. That is the first card, and I'm almost certain I'm halfway through the packs that's been worth anything. It's a nice $100 card though, so I'm happy about that. That's the only other card that has paused my burning through this box, and it's only a $20 card. That is actually horrible for my RNG luck today so far. Granted, having essentially $125 between 2 cards more than covers the price between the 2 boxes that I've bought to burn today. However, that's also very sad in the fact that my RNG just wasn't with me today. Alright, that's the first box, and like I said, literally only 2 cards that had any great value. Kind of disappointing. But luckily today we unlocked the next event, which is the Fire Cup. This one will actually affect fire elemented cards as well as it will. I think it also affects the deck boxes, like the pre-builds. I think it affects their price when you unlock them. It'll also cause uh, earth types, as you saw, to decrease in value. Alright, back to more pulling. Hey, $12 card. There we go. Hey, here's our RNG. I'm getting stopped first thing. $24 card. Very nice. I think 2 good pulls the first couple of packs. Excellent. Hey, a $25 card. There we go. A bun fully. Hey, Loomy! I need a nightlight. $15 card. Not bad. Hello! Postede! Postede! Nice $155 card. Very nice. Between the $250 cards I've pulled from the last box and this box, I have definitely more than recuperated my money off these boxes. Just from those 2 cards alone. So I'll actually call these boxes a fair bit. Plus I'm getting some extra cards, like a nice $22 card there. Ooh, another $100 card. Excellent, excellent, excellent. With that one, I think I've actually just gone over $500 worth in cards that trigger a pause. Okay, that's all the cards to do that with. Go ahead and open the shop. Get this ready for Mr. Stink. Now, I do at some point plan on doing decorations. It's just you got to be careful with these because as for these you got to kind of unlock them, which I think that's just an issue of level. But for a lot of the other stuff, it's a point of it's just expensive to get. Like, I've got a lot of stinky customers today. I think one of the next things I'm going to buy is the fumigator. I should just about have enough for it. Let's check that theory real fast. Yeah, I've got $200 away before I can buy it. I will be skipping through these dead spots in the game where nothing's really coming in. If I have anything major to say or if a big order comes through, I'll definitely bring y'all back for that. But otherwise, it's mostly probably going to be just a bunch of time skips, to be honest. I'll try and keep them limited, but you'll probably definitely notice when I skip. Thank yous for spending almost 40 bucks. Oh, so glorious. So glorious. Do I have any high dollar good cards that I can put on the table? I'm just happy that I've not had any more customers since those early ones that have tried coming in with horrendous body odor. That's actually been very nice. And again, that's one of those RNG scenarios where you just have to get lucky with who's going to come in. And I actually do now have enough that I'm going to go ahead and get the fumigator, this one. And then I need to get a box of, let's make it 2 boxes of cleanser. I keep wanting to call it Febreze, but it's not Febreze. It's just generic air freshener. Or as they're calling it, cleanser. Put it right here next to the frickin' and door and the counter and turn the sucker on. Now, with it only being the tier 1 of the models, it's not going to immediately get rid of their stink. It will end up causing at least a decrease in it, making it to where it'll be easier to handle. And these do have a recharge time, that little green circle above the on-off switch. That tells you how long it will take to be prepared for a second spray if it needs to be. Oh, nice. Car projectors are out. That's right. This one, it holds more, as well as you don't need more than one to get rid of a stench. And this one's like the fastest one of them all. In terms of how much it stores in itself, plus how long it takes for it to be able to spray again when it uses it. I'm looking forward to having the Tetramon sleeves. So hopefully I can get those soon. There we go. Nice and even, sorry. I don't have of it severely, but I have a little bit of OCD, and sometimes that bothers me. I hate seasonal allergies. 'Tis a season to be sniffly. Grab your Kleenex, grab your hanky. Go to the store for a can of soup. I prefer chicken noodle, how about you? Boom, see? It went off and didn't hardly take me as long to get them to clean off as normal. And it's very proficient with at the cans. It doesn't take nearly as much to operate these as it does for me to manually go and try and cleanse people, which is a very good boon. I don't remember if I ever mentioned this in video 1, but once I hit level 10 in 300-ish, almost 400 XP, I will be adding a third table just because I should have the foot traffic to be able to support it and still have people come in to buy cars. Because as you just saw, I've got a lot of people that came in wanting to play a table, and I had to send them off, or they timed out on what they wanted to do. Which I can almost guarantee. No, no bad reviews. Alright, time to close the shop. Okay, you gotta go. There we go. Manage this event. Reset it to standard. Confirm. Alright, everyone, let's see what we did, and then we'll end the video for the day. Not bad, not bad. I'm enjoying everything. I did buy the machine, so having almost $100 loss in profit is not it's not unexpected, and it's completely reasonable considering I had, what is that, $771 in expenses between upgrades and supplies, and I only made just under $700 profit in revenues. So that's not too bad. That being said, that's the end of the video.